Love it. Are we live yet? Popped up on yours? Nope.
Oh, it's on yours.
No, it ain't. No.
Okay.
It always does the comments.
Oh, okay.
We don't know if we're live yet. We play this game every week.
It takes its time.
Yes, it does. My computer's not wanting to go live.
Yeah, neither is my phone.
Oh, I see something happening.
Oh,
I think we're
live.
Okay, I think we're live now. I hate playing this game every single week. There is a tremendous amount of lag, like 20 to 30 seconds between what we see on the phone, what pops up on our laptop, and her phone. So that's why I'm always so behind on y'all's comments too. Just tremendous amount of lag, but it is what it is. So welcome everybody. It is January the 9th,
Right, yeah.
2022. Got to get used to that at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this back later, hey, we might not be live, but by all means, excuse me, drop a comment down below. We'll answer it whenever we're waking up or get back around the phone or computer or whatever it is. So quite a few people in the house. I see about 5,000 you're live. So yes, we're live. A lot of talking going on too. You mentioned the weather, and
People missed us.
no, it wasn't that. They just want to talk about the weather. I got them started mentioning some temperatures, and boy, y'all took off here. Y'all been having your own conversation for quite a while. So I see a lot of familiar faces there. Van Off Crystal says, hello, dear friends. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. Welcome, everybody. It feels like we haven't talked to y'all forever. So I apologize. We had to cancel the live stream last weekend. What a busy weekend. I kind of already knew that may happen. Shoot, we had the New Year's Eve celebration on Friday. Then we had a wedding on Saturday, and I don't think we got home till midnight, 1, whatever the heck it was. And then Sunday, her mother was traveling from out of state, coming through the area, decided to stop by. Plus, I had a contractor reach out to me. It was the only day he could meet with me about the tile job for the shower. So we just had to cancel last minute.
Yeah.
Really do apologize
So
about
much
that.
to
But
do.
yeah, it was a crazy busy weekend, crazy busy. But we're back here today. Welcome. Thank y'all for chatting with us. So let's see here. Man, a lot of familiar faces. Everybody's on today. So just check the temperatures. Still talking about the rain. Y'all sound like a bunch of old men talking about the rain and weather. And I like talking about it myself. The older I get, the more I'm obsessed with the weather myself. Let's see here. Hello, everyone. Happy you're having a wonderful day, says Miss Gail. Welcome, Miss Gail. Thank you for getting on and spending your afternoon with us. And the Family Farm Homestead says something I am super excited about. He says his sister just got Starlink. She's about 20 miles north of him. Believe it or not, my friend just got an email, I don't know, 30 miles east of me, 20, 30 miles east of me. And Starlink says, hey, we're getting your stuff ready to ship to you. And if y'all are not familiar with Starlink, that's the newest, latest, and greatest satellite internet that Elon Musk, richest man on the planet, has been launching for the last year, 2 years. It's been in beta, and now it's slowly out. And because we're closer to the equator, they started launching north and slowly putting more satellites out coming south, and we have been patiently waiting. I was supposed to have had my system months ago, then it got pushed off. Now when I get on the website, it's telling me mid-summer this year, but then I've got a friend, just that direction, who's getting his package right now, and he knows 2 other people in my area that's getting it.
Well, did he give you a date of when he signed up for it?
He must have signed up a little before me, but he didn't know the exact date. So it's kind of first come, first served basis. Once you sign up and put your down payment, I think that's kind of how you get an order for it. And I might have hem-hawed around a little too long, but I'm hearing they're launching more and more satellites. So I cannot wait to get good internet, and then we can do a more proper live stream with the actual computer, not doing everything over the phone, and we can use some streaming software to make things a lot nicer. Yeah. So I see I have missed a ton of comments.
Yes, you have.
Keep asking them. If I don't get them, I'm just going to have to pick a few here and there. So Gary says, thanks for the HVAC update. Yes, hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I know it was a lot of rambling and talking and not really much doing, but so exciting to get HVAC in that house over there. I'm still playing with the system, fine-tuning it, especially the dehumidifier, and trying to find out what's comfortable in the house and how everything needs to work together. But it's so nice having all those extra options right now. And now we're getting the house acclimated like you're supposed to. So we can quit letting things expand, contract, and just do whatever they're going to do. So here we go with what's for dinner, what's for dinner. Is Tiffany cooking it out? What's for dinner? Yep, so I'll let her answer that.
So we are doing something that Andrew sent me a bunch of ideas a couple weeks ago. And one of the ideas was smothered hash browns. So we're going to try that tonight with smoked sausage and bacon and cheese.
Yep, so we're kind of doing a breakfast twist tonight. But hey, that's what the Blackstone's really made for. But yeah, I mean, it's a loaded hash brown. So I can eat it for breakfast in the morning, we can eat it tonight, and we can eat it for lunch tomorrow.
There you go.
So it should be good. So Ben says he's got to jump off. He's all the way over in Europe. Sounds like it's almost midnight there. Thank you for at least jumping on and saying hey to us. And Erica says, yay, Bullet's cone is gone.
Yes, poor thing.
I'll be honest with y'all. Bullet's cone didn't last 3 to 5 minutes once he got out of the vet. He wasn't having that. That put him in kind of panic mode. He's not used to something being on his head. So I took it off and we just monitored him, make sure he wasn't chewing at his little swollen foot or licking it or doing anything he shouldn't. That's what
he's doing right now.
As he's doing right now. Hey, better stop that. But he's doing much better. He's not running around on 3 legs anymore. He's been running around the yard, heck, the last week. Antibiotics did really good. The swelling is almost gone. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. He may have to do a follow-up visit with the vet, but we still don't know what happened, why one of his toes got infected and swollen up really bad. But, you know, these little dogs, they can get into everything. What are you going to do with your... Okay, so yes, a very common question that I totally forgot to answer, and I think it was yesterday's video. What are we doing with the other set of cabinets that we have? Well, because those are glued together, you can't tear them apart or you would destroy them. The owner just said, keep the cabinets. Y'all just make your mind up which ones that you want to install, but just do another assembly video showing off the better quality cabinets. Well, ultimately, we're going to keep the better cabinets. Why not? It's just a better cabinet. Y'all know that I love the hinges and all. But I had a friend reach out to me several days ago about the cabinets, so they will be going to him. And I'm sorry I forgot to mention that in the last video, but he needed them, reached out, so that's where they're going. I think we're going to load them up this coming up week, and I'm kind of looking forward to that because, y'all, it looks crazy in the house right now with 2 full sets of cabinets. I need my room back. I got to get that other set of cabinets out ASAP.
Makes the house look small.
It does, man. You're walking, you got refrigerators and stoves, 2 sets of cabinets. I'm in there going, I don't like this. I'm ready to get back to my open house. So we should start clearing that out this week. So hello from Germany. Love the videos. Keep them coming. Thank you so much for watching. It's got to be, oh my goodness, 1 a.m. over there. So thank you for getting on and chatting with us. And Patrick says he'd heard SpaceX launched more satellites the start of the week. That's what I've been hearing as well. A couple of y'all have even emailed me about that. So exciting times. Hopefully we get some good internet here before long. If we could get Starlink about the time we're moving in the house, that would just be amazing. So we can go ahead and start setting up our Wi-Fi and our security and cameras and TVs and all the other stuff that we would love to have internet for. So that'd be great. So Clifty Creek Farm says, I like y'all's fire pit. Found a 250-gallon tank, but I think it's going to be too small. May end up making a smoker out of it. I've got several 250-gallon tanks myself. That's really a good size for a fire pit. It is. I just personally wanted one even bigger, so that's why we went with the end off of a 500-gallon tank over there. And it is about 9 inches bigger, so that makes a heck of a difference. But 250-gallon tanks do make, well, nice big trailer-type smokers and fire pits. And Uncle Tim's only says, you guys always have the best Sunday evening dinners. Yes, we do. Actually, she cooks like that all week long for me. She really does. That's why I'm fat as can be. I love to eat, and she likes to cook, so we have a great relationship as far as that goes. But we do tend to make our Sunday nights a little more greasy, should I say.
Yeah,
We've kind of noticed
we eat
that.
a little bit better during the week.
We do.
I promise, guys.
Yeah, we eat a lot more vegetables and stuff during the week. We really do. But on Sunday nights, for some reason, we tend to go crazy.
Well, when you're cooking on the Blackstone, you're kind of limited to a lot of different, things to do.
So Van Life Crystal says, first set of cabinets will look great up in the loft. That's what everybody keeps saying. Put them in the loft. Put them in the shop. Put them in your laundry room. Yeah, put them in the pantry. But no, ultimately, they've already found a home, so they will be going off. It is what it is.
And we discussed that. It just wasn't going to fit really what we wanted for those areas. So we figured we might as well get rid of it as a package deal and not split them up. So.
Yep. All right. So Harrison is enlisting. He's just doing the list everything from hydraulic top links to dump trailers to Duramax. Yeah, he's got a heck of a wish list for me for equipment.
Yeah,
we think alike.
Cash.
Yeah, we think alike.
He's on Cash's bandwagon.
Well, speaking of cash, I need some cash before I can buy all that stuff. So. All right. So Dave asked, did you figure out what you want to do with the ceiling on the outside of the porch? I've been chit-chatting with Tiffany. I think I might have her starting to consider painting it for now. Yep. running
We
up.
talked about test painting.
We need to do that ASAP because I am getting updates daily that lumber is about to skyrocket. So I have got to make a trip all the way to Alabama to get my tongue and groove pine for the living room. I finally found that thanks to one of y'all sending me a link to a company over there. They've got it in stock, and we've got to make our mind up on the porch ASAP because I've been hearing for months now. Now it's lumber futures and everything else is looking like lumber's about to take off, and I keep hearing it's expected to double or triple over the next several months. So we got to make our mind up this week about that. I was hoping maybe we could paint it, run the wire and conduits, and then we could always go back and deck the ceiling later. Maybe that's something we don't need to spend money on right now, and that's not a project we have to have done to get certificate of occupancy to move in the house. The inspector could care less about that if it's painted, decked, or whatever it is. So we're going to have a discussion about that this week. Either I got to get the lumber on the way ASAP. If I go with lumber, I think I am. Metal's looking outrageous when I priced it. I think I've talked myself out of vinyl. I just don't like vinyl. So we'll get that figured out. Yeah.
Okay.
If I got a black eye next weekend, you know the conversation did not go well. We'll see how it goes. Oh, so Simon says, how much is the Starlink service per month? It's my understanding you got to pay for all the equipment up front, which is about $500, and then it'll be $99 a month for the service. But it's supposed to be truly unlimited and quite a bit faster than we could ever get out here in the country. So, ouch, $100 a month is quite a bit. But whenever you're literally your life depends on the internet, like it does for me, this is what I do for a living. That's an expense that I can write off, and that I really can't put a price tag on. I need some sort of good, reliable internet. And being that it's satellite internet, it may not be the world's most reliable, but I've always got the phones and hotspot to fall back on. So we're going to give it a shot whenever it becomes available. So DeVault Family Living says, bought an Instapot because of you guys. Really like it so far. Yes, we're hoping to get her. We keep talking about it, a cooking channel one day because
I could go on and on.
She is the Instapot queen. I'm telling you.
Recipes.
She can
I cook in that thing almost every single night.
Almost every single day. That's no joke. So Mr. Ron Gray says hello from southwestern Ontario. Hello, Mr. Ron. Thank you for getting on and chatting with us. And excuse me. So James says, hello, love the channel, and I'll watch back all of your videos. My goodness, you've been binge watching like crazy. We're well over 500 videos, so thank you for going back and watching those. Some of the original ones probably made you cringe when I didn't really know how to talk to the camera or act, and it was just kind of developing the property and all that stuff.
I try not even to look back because I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay. So Travis says, what are the claims on speed for the Starlink internet? I haven't seen no claims from the company, but I've watched several people that set it up, and they're getting, I'm seeing a lot of them getting 120 to 150 megabits a second, which to people with good DSL in the city, that sounds slow. You got to understand, right before I started this live stream over hotspot, I got 2 megabits a second download, and I thought I was doing great at that because a lot of times I get 0.7 out here. So I don't care if it winds up being 20 or 30 megabits a second. It would be a night and day improvement over what we have via hotspot. Now my upload's a little better. Upload's what's critical to me with the videos and the live stream, but I'm still 8 megabits a second right now. I don't know what it is on Starlink, but I'm sure it's many times what I can get over a cell phone. So Crystal says you can do a lot of creative stuff with the porch ceiling. You're exactly right. I mean, the possibilities are endless, all the way from leaving it like it is now, from painting to every type of material under the sun, and you can trim it all out differently. There is a lot of options you can do for it. But at the end of the day, it's got to be something realistic time-wise and doesn't blow a budget. Like some of the stuff I was looking at was $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 just to deck a porch roof. That may be reasonable to some people because it's a big porch, but for us right now, with the way building materials have been throughout this entire build, I'm not putting an extra $5,000 in a porch ceiling right now. I would rather go toward finishing the house, getting us moved in, then we can come back and tackle that later.
I mean, I am too, but I mean, it just depends on, you know, what the prices of everything is. So
yeah. So what she's saying is, we'll talk once we get off this live stream, mister. Yeah, that's what she's saying. So Paul says Cracker Barrel just paints under their porches. That's exactly right. That's where a lot of people seeing it. We go to Texas Roadhouse all the time, and if you'll look up in theirs, hardly none of the restaurants nowadays deck a ceiling anymore. They paint it. They take your eye away from it. They put your
Maybe
focus.
We'll go check it out next week.
Oh, okay. She says we're going to have to go hit the restaurants and check out their painted ceilings. They all do flat black, which I personally do not want for a porch roof. I know that hides everything from spider webs to dirt diver nests and really takes your eye off of it, but I don't think I want a black porch ceiling. I was thinking maybe the color of the house along with the black trusses. Then you got the white lights up there and gray conduit. I think that would...
Send us your pictures if anybody's got any.
Yeah, if anybody has a painted porch ceiling, do it. The email is down in the description. I would like to see that. I guess we can just start Googling painted porch ceilings.
Yeah, I'm just more of a visual person. I got to see it.
She is very visual.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it. She's like, nope,
Yeah.
gotta see it. So Joe Toole says, looks like both of you are comfortable in your t-shirts. You could send us 50% cold, 50% snow. No, thank you. I hate to tell you all this, but it is 73 degrees over here on the thermometer.
It got
nice.
hot today.
It kind of did get hot,
Yeah.
but we've had a nice breeze all day. It's kind of been a beautiful day. It feels like April. It feels like springtime here. But we got rain rolling through tonight. The next several mornings, it's supposed to be in the 30s. I think highs in the 50s. That's quite chilly for Florida. So this is our kind of last nice day. And then this little cold front blows through. Then we've got a relatively chilly week, which means I'm bringing some more wood up here. We're going to have some fires, without a doubt. So Family Farm Homestead says they're paying $129 a month for internet. So I guess if I can get Starlink for $99, I'm doing pretty good there then. So Blake says, or Blake and Becky says, if you paint the porch roof, how will you side the house with no reference line, or will you redo the trim when you put up the sheathing or something? I'm assuming you're talking about how will we have a break or reference line between the ceiling and porch. I'm putting up trim and painting it white right now, which you can't really see it over there to kind of break everything apart. Hopefully I'm answering your question correctly, but for a reference line, there's going to be a thick hardy board trim that will paint and kind of separate the two zones, so to speak. So see here, Warnick family says, love the HVAC video, thank you. Wasn't sure how people are going to take it. There's a lot going on up there. I mean, a heck of a lot. It morphed into something, like I said on the video. Originally, I was thinking, okay, we're just going to do a several $1,000 package unit, a little bit of pipe, be done with it. Maybe even some mini splits or what. And man, did it turn into something else. About double what I had budgeted. But I'm happy with it. I think it was a good investment. It's going to be the right thing to do for a home that's that well insulated. Whenever you spend all that money on insulating and sealing a house up that well, it sounds like the right thing to do, but there's some risks that come along with that. So I wanted to make sure that we had an HVAC system that could handle any scenario, keep the house nice and dry, no mold or mildew problems, bring some fresh air in. And I think we've accomplished that, but we'll tweak it as we go right there.
And we still have some room for storage up there.
Oh, we still have plenty of room for storage up there. Well, that attic is not built to handle thousands of pounds of storage. So.
And I'm not somebody that keeps a lot of stuff that needs to be stored anyway.
Yeah,
So.
we still got plenty of room up there. We really do, especially compared to our last house, to where you couldn't store anything up there. The attic was at about 3 foot tall as its highest point, and you had to belly crawl across it to do anything. So Gary says we're coming up on 40,000 subs. Congratulations. Yes, we actually had a pretty exciting last couple of weeks. Why? I don't know. But YouTube decided to promote one of our videos of me talking about getting no power. And I don't know, I think it's like 200 something thousand views it's got over the last couple of weeks. And we went from picking up a few hundred subs a month to like 1,500 like that. So it shoved us really close to 40,000. We should be there in the next couple of days. So that's an awesome number to celebrate. Thank y'all so much for that. And then we had the explosion on Facebook. 1.25 million views in the last 28 days, I think is the last thing I've seen. So crazy. Both of them just decided
we just need more followers on
we
Facebook.
desperately
so
need more
maybe
followers on
eventually
Facebook.
we could get, some things going on Facebook to
Yeah.
help us out too.
That's the big problem we're having over there. We're getting tons of views, but people are forgetting to go to the home page and actually like the home page.
And
For
follow.
some reason, that's something critical on Facebook. So we meet all their data points to ultimately get monetized is what we're trying to do over there to get an extra revenue stream, except for the page follows. I don't know what it is. That's just, it's something they kind of hide. It's hard to see. YouTube has a big subscribe button out there and it's just kind of known to subscribe, but for Facebook, for some reason, it's not. But the ultimate goal over there is if we could get another revenue stream, maybe one day we can get this lady home right here and start her cooking channel. So that would be the ultimate thing to do there. But thank y'all so much for watching, for sharing, and doing all y'all done. Y'all are the reason why we're approaching 40,000 subscribers. So we're excited about 2022. Hopefully it's going to be a good growth year for us, and we get some more promotion from YouTube and some of these videos where we're getting several 100,000 views or a million views. Because I have noticed doing this thing, that's what it truly takes to grow, is YouTube recommending you. You can get shout outs and everything else, and we're so thankful for them. But when YouTube decides to shout you out, oh my goodness, do the views come rolling in. It's crazy. But we're a little fish in a big ocean. A lot of other channels out there fighting for the same viewership that we are. So we're thankful for everything that we get. All right. Oh, I thought I had a mosquito on me. I was about to get that joker.
Yeah, the bugs are out.
Yeah, the bugs are out. So yeah, Jonathan says, do what Disney does with the no-see-em green. Yeah, they kind of do a bluish green that blends in with the sky and some of the background. And I just seen something on social media about that a while back, but you'd be shocked at how they hide stuff. They got this special type of paint that they put on, and literally you don't even see the building right there behind the trees or something else. They put a lot of time, effort, and money into figuring out how to trick people. So let's see here. Tony B says, great job on the build. Are you still at your projected $150,000 for the completed build? No. No. I haven't added it up in a long time, but I'm about to have to for, well, tax season. We got to start going through all the receipts and for everything from last year. But there's no doubt in my mind we are going to destroy that budget. I'm talking tens of thousands over. Now, we've made decisions like doubling our HVAC budget, and then we just chose to continue to build through COVID because we weren't sure if there was an end in sight. So when you're paying 300% markup on lumber, a couple 100% on electrical and everything else from what it was 18 months ago, yeah, you can come out with the best of intentions with a budget, but how does anybody know to budget for 200% and 300% markup on stuff? It's been a heck of a ride.
And some things you just don't know what the cost and quotes are going to be until you get them out here and get the quotes and cost. I mean, it's such a big variety, so it was kind of hard to budget that too.
It's mainly the materials, y'all. Everything is blew through the roof with COVID, and we just weren't prepared to sit in a camper for a few more years waiting to see if everything dropped. And actually, the only thing that I have noticed that's dropped throughout this entire build is lumber right now, but it's already flying back up, projected to go up 200-300% again. Everything else has not come down. All the HVAC stuff's through the roof, impossible to get. Electrical is still high, very hard to get. Plumbing and PVC, anything resin filled right now, insanely expensive. Appliances, the same refrigerator 18 months ago that we just bought now was $600. Now they're over $1,000. I mean, everything has went crazy high. I don't know. It is what it is. So any update to correct the tower for the house from the pole instead of your shed? No. As it is, house needs to be pretty well complete, and ultimately what that all boiled down to with the power was people moving in unsanitary conditions. So the way the inspector explained it to me is they have an issue of when in the past they would give people power, people would break the rules, never call back for final inspections on nothing else, move in, not even have running plumbing, not even have a septic tank installed, basically live in a disgusting atmosphere, and it created an issue or a problem with the state. So the state kind of said, hey, plumbing and sewage 100% complete, along with whatever your local municipality requires for other completions, then you can get power.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a way to force people to meet all the guidelines. The inspector knows without a doubt we weren't moving in the house. We're not ready. We weren't going to break the rules of going early. Our electrical's ready for power pass. We're trenched from the pole. We're ready to go. But I didn't know about the septic rule. I really did not. He come out and was like, oh, yeah, you don't have that. I even told him, I said, I would have never wasted your time had I known septic had to be 100% complete. Now, speaking of that, just got off the phone earlier with my friend. He may come start on septic this week for sure, the first of next week. He's trying to line up another job that's in my area so he can keep the equipment close by. We're going to have a lot going on this week, y'all. Gutter guy's coming out. He's done come. We've done verified the metal. I've done gave him the thumbs up on that. I was getting some custom bent metal. We got cabinets going on this week, and now we're going to be starting septic. We're going to have some.
We got one more thing coming up.
What is it? Oh yeah, well that's going to be delayed a little bit.
Well.
So I'll go ahead and spill the beans. So we spent the entire day yesterday in a big town picking up 2,000 pounds worth of tile material, grout, bed material, everything. Wow, what an adventure that was. Still couldn't even find everything. Had to order a lot online. But I've kind of went through, jumped back and forth, and finally found a tile guy that I shook the hand, accepted the deal on, that I feel good about. So as soon as we can get the rest of our materials in the next week and a half, we are going to have somebody start on the shower. I ultimately decided not to tile the shower myself because it's a big job and something I'm personally not 100% comfortable with to make for sure it turns out looking perfect. I don't want our one custom walk-in shower to be kind of my canvas that I start learning to paint on, so to speak. I did a little bit of tile in the past, but I don't like it, don't care for it. Would much rather have a professional that knows what the heck they're doing, make it look right. So we've got all the materials. We're about to have a lot of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot. Yep. It's flying toward the end. And then, like I said, I got to make that trip and go get all the lumber for the living room ceiling. And then we got to put all that up. So, next few weeks are going to be very, very busy. We're making a mad dash toward the end here. And then we got to get all that flooring down, then plumbing. Then guess what? At that point, permanent power, and we can potentially get signed off on. Now, that all sounds quick. It's not. That's still going to take 2-3 months. I'm just guessing. Who knows? We'll see how it all turns out. Let's see here. I missed a bunch of questions. Sorry, I talked, didn't I? So Cash says he's more excited about Mr. Doug coming over to visit you and maybe seeing him on a live stream. Yeah, we got to convince Mr. Doug to get down here. He told me he was going to try to come this spring, do a little fishing with me. So maybe we might better get him to wait for the house to be done, and then he's got somewhere he can crash. But I don't think we're too terribly far off on that. We're going to do our best to get him down here. So Mr. Ron says, with the porch ceiling, as long as the wood is protected, do it down the road when the prices drop. Gives you more time to decide on something nice. I think so too, Mr. Ron.
I think I've pretty much made my mind up that we're just going to paint it.
Hey, there you go. We're just going to paint it.
I think, yes, we can definitely.
I think it's the smarter option.
Finish or do something different later.
Yeah. It's
as long as it's not long time.
Well, we may paint it and like it. We'll have to see. I think that's the right thing to do, to get it off our list, to not blow our budget even more.
I want you to start getting the siding done and all that done so that you're just focused on the inside.
As in, I want to get moved in. That's what we really want.
Yes, basically.
So DeVault says, do you think you'll have any farm animals by the end of 2022? Yes. I don't care if it's a single chicken coop with just chickens and a dog running around. It is my goal to have some sort of animals this year, without a doubt. Will we have the money to fence the entire pasture, go buy cows and everything else? I just don't know. Maybe the channel blows up and some things happen where we can do that. I would like to have lots of animals this year, but we're going to have some sort of animals. No ifs, ands, or buts. I am dead set on that. I'm looking forward to that. And once the house is done, I've got more time to focus on a lot of that stuff. It's just, well, the money side of it, to be perfectly honest. Some things are cheap, like chickens. Some things are outrageous, like cows and fencing and all that good stuff. But we're going to work toward that without a doubt. Really looking forward to it. I'm still reading. How about slats for your porch? So Crystal says, how about slats for the porch ceiling, paint everything, and then put up slats with pine? That is actually an option and something I'm not going to completely rule out, because especially the pine that I just called for, now it's tongue and groove, but I understand what you're saying with slats. It was actually a lot more affordable than I was thinking. Now, keep in mind
you haven't even told me you talked to them.
Yeah. I just said earlier I was going to go pick it all up. But anyways, yes, finally found my tongue and groove pine, but I was shocked at the price. It was actually quite a bit better than I was thinking. But at the end of the day, we got to keep in mind, we have 1,300 square foot of porches. So no matter what we do, it's a lot of work, and that's a lot of square footage. So we've got to keep the costs reasonable. But if tongue and groove pine stays reasonable, I'm not saying down the road I might not do an entire cypress or tongue and groove pine porch, which would look amazing.
Yeah.
But that's also a lot of work to put all that stuff up to. So We got options.
You build a house, you could build.
Yeah. We'll see how that works. Let's see here. Oh, yep, my comments have done stopped again. Sorry. Oh, Mr. Jimmy just jumped on. Sorry, my comment stopped. Now I see where everybody's talking. So Chris says, wow, septic next week. He's moving in on February 1st. I don't know about that just yet, Chris, but we'll see. We definitely got to have running septic before you can move in there. There's no doubt about that. So Miss Sheila says, hey, y'all made it to the live. Just want to say I'm loving how the house has come along. Love watching the two of you. Thank you very much, Miss Sheila. We appreciate you jumping on and talking with us. And Steve Kelley just jumped on. Hello and welcome. What are we doing? So Chad's asked, am I doing the flooring before I'm doing the ceiling? Absolutely not, because I'm driving my man lift in the house to do the ceiling and all the electrical, hanging the fan, building brackets, things like that. And that 3,000 pound lift would destroy my flooring. So I timed all this out and arranged it to where the last thing I need to do with the lift, drive it out, then comes the flooring. So hopefully that's in the next 3-4 weeks. Ceiling's up, lifts out of the house, and then we're rolling right into flooring. Flooring's not really in the way right now. Plus, I wanted to get it in the house for a while and get it acclimated. Now that we got HVAC running, your flooring is supposed to sit for quite a while and stay within a certain temperature range so it doesn't expand, contract, or give you horrible issues when you go to install it. So poor Mr. Jimmy says hunting season's over there. Hate to hear that. We've only got, I think, another week. We might have 2 more weeks here, then ours is over.
I went ahead and just put your hunting bag up today.
Uh-oh. Well, I was going to go this week because we got 30 degrees the next several mornings. But ours is about to be over too. I've just had hardly no time to focus on hunting this year with the house.
Yeah, you haven't been able to do much of anything but
Hunting,
the house.
I know, no hunting, hardly no fishing, although I did put a fishing episode out today, but sadly, that fishing video was recorded month and a half ago. I just finally got around to having a little time to edit today, so my goodness. So Cash says, you wonder if you can email me or mail me some chickens and a few calves through the mail? You probably could, even though you're joking. Ain't no telling nowadays. So yeah, go ahead and send them on out. We'll put them out in the field. See, Mr. Donald says, yeah, you can mail chickens in the mail. Told you.
Seeing as our mail people let our stuff sit up at the post office, we'll probably not make it.
No kidding. So Crystal brings up another valid point. Don't forget to use the lift for anything that heavy that goes up in the loft. I'll tell you what, I've been missing not having the lift in the house here lately, but I got too much junk going on. But you're exactly right. That was my elevator for the longest time, and anything I carried up there, oh man, it was nice helping go up and down. Now don't forget, after the house is done, then we'll jump into some projects like stairs and all the other little things. So eventually we won't have to worry about having, attic ladder access. We'll have more convenient access right there. So here's the second time I've been asked this today. Did you stop making ice machine videos? I have stopped and been slacking. Let me tell you what happened. I hunt, so wound up getting a deer this year. My father gave me one. We put up a ton of vegetables in our big freezer from the garden, and before I knew it, I had run out of room in our big freezer. So guess what? I had to take vegetables out of that freezer and put in my ice maker. So my ice maker turned into a freezer, and I've cut my ice makers off. I also struggled for several weeks on finding another ice maker because I had one go bad. I'll explain all that in an upcoming video. So we're almost to the point. I think we've got enough room in the other 2 freezers. I can get, I've got corn and everything else in this one now. I can get all that out, and I can go back to doing some ice maker tests, modifying how I mount the fans, and install my new ice maker. So yes, I have stopped, but I wasn't planning on it permanently. I have stopped a lot longer than I thought that I would. But I am ready to get my ice maker back going because I've actually had to buy a few bags of ice here lately, and I hate that, being that I have an ice maker sitting right over there. So we turned it into a freezer. We were supposed to get a deep freezer from Lowe's that we ordered back in November, and it's just lost. I don't know if it's sitting out there on the coast and all the container ships or what. And if we had got that, I could have been back to making ice maker videos sooner. So it's been a struggle with appliances. It really has. But we are going to get back to making some of those videos, I promise. So Mike says, what are we going to watch when you get your house done? Hopefully you'll watch all the other projects and things that I'll have going on. I don't sit still at all.
Yeah,
Without a doubt. I will have content out still 4 and 5 days a week, even after the house is done. And we have so many projects we want to do around here, from, again, animal enclosures, chicken coops. We want to build a deck on the house. We eventually want to do an above ground pool over there. Down the road, we may add on to the house. All that'll be way down the road.
There'll be a much bigger variety. This house has taken up so much time that he hasn't had the time to do all these other things that he thought he was going to squeeze into doing the house. At this point, he's just trying to keep the momentum going and keep it going.
That's right. I want to get into more metalworking, some little side businesses for income streams. The content's not going to stop. But if you would just want to watch nothing but house building, well, I may have to disappoint you. I'm not going in the house building business. I'm retiring after this one, other than maybe an addition down the road. But I promise we'll have tons of content, because right now, the focus is in the house. I still want to develop this property so much. We still have so many big plans that we want to do. So, that's right. Mr. Donald worked at the post office, so he ought to know all about mailing chickens. So Pile Driver Outdoors asked another very common question. Do we have wild hog issues? We do not. You go just down the road from me, wild hogs everywhere. Well, there's even swamps on our property, swamps to the north of me. You would think we'd have hogs everywhere. The only thing I can think of is we have so many bears on the property and in this area for some reason. I don't know if they keep them run off, if that spooks them, or what it is. But the 8 years that we've owned this place, I've only seen a hog one time. But again, I have friends that have property just 3, 4, 5 miles down the road, and they're swarmed with hogs. So it's kind of weird. At the end of the day, it's a good thing that we don't have them. I don't want them digging my place all up, getting all in our pasture, getting out in the garden, all that other stuff like that. Jason said work that ice maker to death. Yeah, I kind of did, I guess. Work the videos to death too. But no, the one ice maker actually died because for some reason one day I had it overfilled and it completely froze the mechanism that releases it, and it just stripped the gears out when it tried to release. I don't know why it overfilled. Still haven't figured that one out. The other one has been working flawlessly that's right beside it. So Donald says, I'm going to go help Keeping It Dutch build his house. That man does need some help, don't he? He's been trying to build a house for the last 1.5 2 years. Well, a tiny home, another home. I can't keep up with him. I can't keep up with him at all. He's got so many different projects, and then he'll start, then go over here. I kind of get like that myself.
Andrew, yes, he is like that.
Hey,
so.
but I got more of a house than Dutch does. Y'all tell him that. Hey. Let's see what else we got here.
I think we're shining quite a bit.
Are we shining?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, you can go kill them one lights.
And
Yeah.
shiny.
All right, we're going to kill some of the lights. I'm sure we're blinding y'all. So Jared asked, do we have a Builder's First Source or Western Pacific millwork in your area? I'm not familiar with either of those, so I'm assuming no, we do not have that. And Miss Janet just jumped on. Hello. Bo Gator just jumped on. And let's see here. Miss Sharon says, the way the mail is running, the chicks will be full grown by the time they arrive. Isn't that the truth? And I don't know if it's not necessarily a mail issue. It's just we can't get nothing anymore. I'm so sick of this COVID stuff and the excuses for everything else and not being able to get anything. It's insane.
You got ready for me to light it up?
Yeah, go ahead and light that thing up. We'll get to cooking. So, William asked something I was just thinking about today. How are the Rio Elite cameras working? It is time for me to do a follow-up on that. I'm probably going to try to work on a follow-up video with data usage and everything else over the next couple of weeks. But so far, perfect. No issues. Picture quality's been good. You can bump it up to 1080p. I run it on low quality just to make sure I don't burn through data. Although I haven't even monitored my data in forever. I need to go pull that up now and see where I'm at. The only thing I've had to watch on my very front camera, because it's in a bunch of pine trees, if I turn the sensitivity up too high, I can get a false alarm on an extremely windy day. That's it. And I mean, that's not the camera's fault. I've got moving limbs in front of it. And I bet you I've only had 8 or 10 false alarms in, how long have I had those things up? 2 or 3 months? And that's with the sensitivity cranked all the way up so I could try to catch a vehicle early. But no issues. They charge up just fine. The rain has not hurt them. I've never seen any foggy lenses. They still rotate and do what they should. So I've been very happy with those cameras. They've made me feel really good about whenever we leave, We get notifications, hey, UPS driver just showed up, or I've got to see animals on it, all kinds of stuff. But I will do a follow-up video on those very soon. So Terry brings up a very good point about my OCD. He says, I'm certain that after you're done with your beautiful house and look up to your exterior ceiling and see it painted with nails sticking through, you'll be closing it up. That's very possible. That could wind up bugging me, unless I can do a really good job of hiding a lot of that with the paint. So Mike says, whatever videos you make, I'm hooked. Good to hear that, Mike, because eventually, yeah, we're going to be getting out of home building some, but a lot of stuff going on. Yep, so Mr. Jimmy says, be careful basically with the big box stores. Went to a local Lowe's today for a dishwasher, and they said 2 to 3 weeks. Drive 12 miles to the next closest one, and guess what? Had it in stock. Well, that's been different for me. We went to a lot of Lowe's and Home Depots for appliances, especially the last month, and they didn't have much of anything in stock that we were personally looking for. Bought a number of appliances, were guaranteed by a certain date, and then you get an email or notification saying, yeah, they're out of stock. No idea when you're going to get them. And then I've been told, hey, this item right here, we don't know when we're going to get it. This one right here we'll have next week. And then it'd be the exact opposite. I get a call of, hey, this one we told you we didn't know about. Well, we got it in stock now. This one that we said was going to have by a certain date, well, now it's moved out to back order or just don't have a clue. But luckily, all my appliances have finally showed up. It's set that deep freezer. And the deep freezer is not the end of the world. If it takes another couple months to come in, it is what it is. We're just going to have an extra smaller deep freezer in the house, and I've got a big, like 25 cubic foot one out here in the shop that I put all my garden vegetables and stuff in. So overall, we're in good shape for appliances. And we have what we need to finish the kitchen and get the inspector's thumbs up on that as well. So Mason asked, what are we doing with the cabinets that I didn't install? Had a friend reach out to me about those. I should have mentioned that in the video, and he is going to be picking them up this week. So they are going to a friend of mine. And Blake and Becky says, are you able to hunt bear in your area? That'd make a nice rug in your large living room. Boy, I would love to have one of those rugs. We've only ever had a bear hunt here one time, and it got extremely political, so it's been shut down ever since. We don't know if we're ever going to get another season or not, but I can tell you our bear population has exploded. I have had thousands of pictures of bears on this property ever since we bought it a few years ago, and we were shocked to learn how many bears that we have here. Most people don't think of that for Florida. Yep, hit the thumbs up, everybody's saying. We truly do appreciate that. And Larry says, found you during the Ice Maker build series. Now I'm addicted to the house build. You're doing an awesome job. I love seeing the quality work that you do. Thank you very much, Larry. Truly do appreciate that. I can't wait to get the house done because I have so many other gadgets and projects and things that I want to build, like the Ice Maker. There's just all kinds of stuff running through my head, and I would love to get the channel towards some of that content as well, building and creating. That's the kind of stuff that I really, really do enjoy. Yep, so Julie brings up something I have heard a lot here lately. Paint the porch ceiling sky blue. It's an old-timer trick to keep the walls down. I have friends that truly believe in that, several of them. Paint it sky blue. Supposedly the insects think that's the sky. They don't fly up to it. Dirt daubers don't build nests. Wasps don't get up there. But I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't want a sky blue porch. Not my cup of tea there. But I have heard that really does work. See another funny comment there I'm not going to read. Goodness gracious. So DeVault says, have you had any more time to run gas through that MS462, which is my big chainsaw here lately? I have not, but I did take a little ride through the woods today. We actually had a pretty significant cold front with a high wind event blow through. I think that was last weekend. And I found a really big tree down today. So guess what? Probably this week I may take a few hours out of a morning while it's in the 30s and I won't sweat to death. And we are going to be cutting up a tree that's on the property. I'm going to take advantage of this big tree that blew down and get some firewood out of it. So that will be coming. I'm still reading. So Bobby says, I've started remodeling my kitchen thanks to watching your videos. I've had a lot of people tell me that, hey, you got me motivated to finally get out there and paint or do this, that, and the other. So that's awesome. Just go knock it out. You'll be so much happier when you're done with it. getting started is usually the hardest part of any project. So Uncle Tim says he was really impressed with the quality of the cabinets. I am too. Don't get me wrong. I thought the first ones were awesome for the price, but seeing the second ones, there's just no comparison. You read on paper the differences, you think, okay, there's definitely an increase in quality, but you don't know till you see it, till you actually hold the stuff, feel how much heavier it is, how much thicker it is. And my biggest thing is I love how the cabinets join together. I trust all those dovetail joints and routed out joints far more than I do the brackets on the first set of cabinets. Now, I'm sure that would be fine on the first set of cabinets, don't get me wrong, but they're definitely better quality. But you have an increase in price for that too. Overall, at the end of the day, I still don't think they're that expensive, kind of looking around to what the big box stores charge. So, we're still talking about the bearskin rug, so I guess Kevin says, Cash, if you send it, he probably won't return it. Man, do not send me that old fake bearskin rug off Amazon. Don't do it, Cash. Don't do it. Let's see here. 30 degrees. Oh, goodness gracious. Y'all are killing me. Okay, so Jared asked, what part of Florida are we in? Would love to try to get in touch with you some. They're a lumber millwork supplier, do a lot of business in Texas and Florida also. We're actually in north central Florida. We're just east of our state capital, Tallahassee. So while we're in the north central zone, we're not too terribly far away from getting in what's considered West Florida. But north central Florida, heck, we ain't but probably 30, 40 miles from Georgia line now that I think about it as well. So I see we got a few more people just jumped on asking, what am I doing with the old cabinets? Been a popular question. I had a friend reach out to me, and he will be getting those cabinets this week. So that's where they're going. All right. Miss Tiffany says it's time to go do a little cooking on the Blackstone like we do every Sunday. Let me grab the phone. Hey, I'm back. All right, I'll continue to answer your questions as we go over here and see what she is cooking up for us. So what are we doing again? We've had several more people jump on.
We are doing smothered hash browns, something that you requested a little while back.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some bacon going over here. And now I'm about to add some smoked sausage from our local store that gets it locally from here.
Is that limestone or?
Limestone.
All right, there we go. So I see Malcolm jumped on. Welcome. Everybody's saying they can hear the sizzle. That's exactly right. Welcome, Daniel. Jared says, okay, have a yard in Tallahassee, make some calls. All right, let me know ASAP. And my email is down in the video description. So, Stephen says, we have some sandy soil. Keep in mind what you're seeing around the house, that was all hauled in soil. Now, don't get me wrong, we still have sandy soil here, but if you dig down a few inches to a foot, and a lot of the property, you start running into some clay. But everything you're seeing up there, don't be fooled by that. We don't have pure sugar sand on the property. That was all dump truck hauled in while we were building. Chris says, cheese, cheese, and cheese. I think we're going to hook you up.
It's over there in the corner.
Look, Chris, about, I don't know, 2 pounds of cheese. We got you, brother.
I had to send them to the store for some more cheese.
Yes, today. And the store ain't right around the corner around here, people. Malcolm said he's looking forward to watching some of my newest inventions. I am looking forward to building some stuff. I'm enjoying the house, y'all, don't get me wrong, but I cannot wait to start building some stuff. So Cash says, what's going on with the man candles, the mandals? I know, man. See, I got so many projects and not enough time. I want to get back on those too. Hey, Outdoors just jumped on. Miss Shauna says she has missed your cooking. I have too. I haven't had it in, I don't know, about 6 hours.
Oh, Andrew did a lot of cooking this last week.
Yeah, I do deserve credit for that. I cooked almost every single afternoon last week.
Say is, I did miss her cooking because I've cooked all week.
I did. I'm proud of myself. And I cooked some good stuff too, y'all.
We did ribs. We did
cube steak and gravy.
Cube steak and gravy.
Ooh, yeah, we did some good stuff. So Mason says, updates on the gutters. That guy came out last week. I'm getting some custom bent fascia metal for the house. He come out and verified that it would fit and told me this coming up week, either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, that's his work days in this area, that he would be coming back to install the gutters. So we've got a lot of videos coming up over the next week or two. So Joe's Crayon said, just jumping in late. Love the video that you posted before the stream. And how's your day going? It's going excellent. We've had a beautiful day here. It's in the 70s right now. And we're enjoying this last warm day because it's supposed to rain tonight and be in the 30s the next several days for the lows. Harrison says, buy a roller packer. No, Harrison. Down there, I've got all kinds of big propane tanks. That's another one of the projects I want to build. I want to build a really big roller packer. Way bigger than the one that I currently have. William says he's going to have to get a Blackstone. We keep making him hungry. I'm telling y'all, get one. I know they have jumped up in price, but we use this thing so much. It's so worth it. So Big Wave Florida says, what program did we use to design our kitchen? That's the beautiful thing about Lillian Cabinets. They did all that for us. You work with the salesperson there. Y'all work with dimensions. They send it off to a company overseas and send you back a full 3D rendering to where you can actually walk around in there. It's got the exact cabinet layout from all the measurements, everything. All that's for free if you work with them on purchasing a set. And there was no commitment with that either. I think you could do all that for free and then still decide to not purchase the cabinets. So Linda asked...
You say that they send you free samples too?
Yes, they also do free samples too. That was one of the first things we liked about the company, so we could kind of get an idea what it looked like. So Linda asked, how is it easy... I can't talk. How easy is it to clean the grill? Very easy.
Very easy.
Yep. And that's the critical thing to keeping these looking good and not rusting on you. Every time, as soon as we're done cooking, put your food in the pan, don't start eating. Grab a scraper, scrape everything to the grease trap in the back, which you can easily take out and throw away. Throw a little oil on top, wipe it down, you're done. It takes 2 minutes to clean this thing up at the end of every cooking session. Cash says he has more cow camp seasoning for us. Cash, we ain't made it through the other one.
Yeah.
Well, now, don't get me wrong, we're using it, but we haven't made it through that yet. So Mr. Donald asked what cabinets are in the bath and laundry room. They are some that we picked up from Lowe's back here. See the big yellow sticker on there? We found a heck of a clearance one day and got lucky and found some cabinets for like half off for the laundry room. And Tiffany stumbled across a huge vanity with a mirror one day for, oh my goodness, it was like 50% off.
It was really reasonable.
Crazy cheap. So Malcolm asked, where will the Blackstone go once the house is ready? Well, once we build our outdoor kitchen out here, see, that'll be another project as soon as the house is done. We're still not done with the house. And we'll line up some grills and kind of build us an, outside cooking area. And then eventually a deck, fire pit, patio, pool. We're dreaming big. And Jason says, have I done a budget discussion video? No, I was saving that for the end, to be perfectly honest with you. We'll go over all the cost and breakdown and kind of give people an idea. I was keeping track of it there for a while, stopped, and really got depressed once I seen how expensive everything was. So, see, I have to leave you almost midnight here. Take care. Thank you for jumping on and chatting with us. I know you're a long ways overseas. And Dennis said thanks to you all. His grandson got him a Blackstone for Christmas. Awesome. Enjoy that. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. So what are you doing? Making mini loaded Blackstone, hash browns?
Yes, so these will be our little squares that I will eventually fold over onto some egg in a few minutes.
All right.
And then we will fold it in half at the end and we're going to skirt it with some cheese.
Yes, sir. Chris's favorite thing. So Cash says 200 thumbs up and Chris will get a lot of cheese on his plate. I think we can manage that.
I almost feel like I need a bigger Blackstone.
What? They don't make them no bigger than that. So somebody just asked, excuse my messy shop, that's been a popular question, how's my ice maker doing? Well, I'm going to show y'all. This thing is amazing. Check this out. It's making corn, y'all. It's making corn. Hey, so in all seriousness, we ran out of freezer space in our big 25 cubic foot freezer due to harvesting some animals and having a awesome vegetable season in the garden. And I kind of had to shut that down and put some vegetables in over the last few weeks because, well, we didn't have a room. But we're about to take the vegetables back out of that, put the new ice maker in that I got because I had one go bad. I'll explain all that. And then we're going to get this back working. hopefully within the next couple of weeks, because I need ice. I need it bad. So we will have some ice maker videos coming. Steve said, Tiffany done put on her house slippers.
Yes, I know. I have my house slippers on. Dang it, I was hoping nobody saw that.
Yeah, well, that's my fault. I just got the camera doing all this, making everybody sick.
I'm at my house.
Yeah, that's right. We're cooking just like we're at the house.
Yeah.
So, Big Wave Florida says, smothered hash browns is one of his all-time favorites, breakfast for dinner. I'm not a huge breakfast for dinner type of person, but occasionally I'm fine with it. But whenever you do something like that, yeah, I can handle this. That ain't no problem. All right, read a few more comments. All right, so Mr. Donald says they make more options for the Blackstone, sidewalls for wind, warming racks. You know, we need to look at that. We haven't looked at their options in a long time. I truly don't really know what they offer right now. So Kevin says Camp Chef makes a griddle that's 4 feet wide, but it's pricey. I tell you what, I love Camp Chef's stuff. We have a friend that has one of their triple burners, and you can put a gas cooktop on it, a griddle, whatever you want. Oh, I love the burners on that thing. They're amazing. So Jim says, why have you not installed your interior doors yet? I'm not installing those till after the flooring's done. Because if you install them now, you have to cut your flooring out around all the door jambs. It's so much easier to do everything, especially flooring wise, then pop the doors in. Ben just jumped on. Welcome. Kind of doing our little end of live stream cooking. So Harrison says, are we ever going to have a meet and greet? I don't know, Harrison, that's a good question. That's something that hasn't ever really came up a whole lot, but something definitely to consider. Yeah. And I know we need to try to find like maybe some big events around here. I've seen a lot of the channels do that, you know, big events in the state and can meet up at one of those. So that might be something that we do. So Shauna says, the big question, crunchy bacon or chewy? Shauna, you have no idea how much that is an important question for me. And it gets me fired up. I'll turn it around because we're going to have a real serious conversation. The only way to eat bacon is crunchy. That's it. That chewy, rubbery stuff, ain't happening. Tiffany likes hers a little chewy. I like mine so dry, when you bite it, it turns to powder. Crunchy bacon all the way. Excellent question. Excellent question. Oh, somebody says they have that 4-foot Camp Chef. Well, maybe we'll have to get Tiffany down the road. It's just 2 of us, and she wants a 4-foot cooking griddle. I mean, my goodness. This is 3 foot. Is this really not enough for 2 people? Yep, Harrison says the Ag Expo in Moultrie. That's kind of what I was just thinking, because I know that's been brought up once before.
Yeah, we can try to make it next year.
Yeah, we can try to do that. That'd be a good place to meet up. So Crystal says apparently Lowe's just got a bunch of new Blackstone stuff, sauces, breakfast, burger kits, some other stuff, new stuff. We need to check that out. So Mick just jumped on from Glasgow, Scotland. Welcome. Oh my goodness, it's got to be so late over there, but we appreciate you jumping on. We're just doing some end of live stream cooking like we do every week. So Big Wave Florida says meet and greet on a sandbar or island. Hey, I like your thinking. I like that. Dan just jumped on, says a bit late, but he made it. Yes, you did actually make it, finally. Oh, people saying chewy bacon. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all?
All right, so this is going to take a little while because you don't want to overcook your potatoes too fast. But I will try to ramp it up just a smidge.
Do it to it. It'll be all right. Now everybody's fighting back and forth on bacon. Bacon and weather. That's what gets y'all going. Team Danzer just jumped on. Ah, man. So, Malin B says, have I tried cooking in a Dutch oven? I have not, and that's something I am curious about cooking. Well, don't get me wrong. I've fried and cooked in them, but not in the traditional sense of cornbread and bacon in them, or the real traditional way of actually putting them over coals and coals on the top. I do want to try some cooking like that in the future. And I want to start making some cowboy cookers and pits just for cooking. That's some stuff I really want to get after as soon as the house is done. So a few people just jumped on and said, what are we cooking? Tiffany is making some basically loaded hash browns. We're kind of doing breakfast for dinner tonight, but it's going to have smoked sausage in it, onions. You got your big hash brown that will pack and then flip over. Can't go wrong. You got to have all your cheese. So it's kind of a breakfast for dinner type of night right here.
Dip up some of this bacon grease.
Now that's how you marry a woman right there. She's scooping up bacon grease and pouring it on the stove, not trying to get away from us. That's a marrying woman right there. Yeah, Levi says, we just started a civil war. Yeah, you start mentioning bacon and everybody starts fighting each other. Let's see here. See, a few more people just jumped on. Welcome, y'all. We're just kind of cooking some breakfast for dinner and wrapping up this live stream. Tiffany is making loaded hash browns tonight.
That boy gets hot, though.
So Mike asked, do I sub to Cog Hill Farms? Yes, I do. I haven't had a chance to really watch much YouTube at all recently, so I'm way behind on theirs. Let's see. They're going to meet up at a nursery in Alabama. Yep. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. So Papa A says, no pork or beef should be overcooked ever. Well, I agree with you with the exception of bacon. It should be overcooked like crazy. So Jamie asked, do I have a wood mill? I do not. Do not. Yeah, man, y'all were still fighting each other on bacon. My goodness, what have we started here? Reading y'all's comments. I'm way behind. Sorry, I'm still reading. Oh, that does sound good. So Dan says he's making bacon, eggs, onion, green pepper, and hot pepper cheese burritos. That does sound good.
We haven't had Mexican in a little while.
Well, we have. Well, that's kind of breakfast burrito more than anything, but I guess that is all the peppers and stuff getting toward Mexican burrito. So they're saying I need to buy you a second Blackstone, 2 feet long, then you can have all you need to cook on. Actually, we can get you a little table topping right there.
Be nice.
So Mick says American bacon is a bit European bacon is good. Scottish, I ain't gonna try to pronounce that. It's the best. And gotta be crispy. Well, I agree with you, even though I've yet to try all that other stuff. But our store-bought bacon, yeah, it is a bit, not very good. But if you go to some meat houses around here and get some custom cut bacon, that's when you can start getting in something a lot better. So Robert says, is that a Blackstone? Absolutely is. And Linda says, notice you have a magnetic edge on the grill. Did it come with it? Yes, that came built in. And this is considered one of their cheaper models, but that magnetic strip right over there will hold the utensils. Uncle Tim says, you're a keeper, Tiffany.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not, and this is the first time I've done this, y'all, so I'm not a professional. By
Yeah,
no
hey,
means.
we're experimenting. We ain't got to make
No
excuses.
means,
We've
but
never.
it doesn't really look like it's holding together well.
Well.
But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's right. This is our first time ever attempting this. It is what it is. So she's going to try to flip those, and
I'll get another spatula.
we really need them to hold together. Maybe we might should have put some egg in them or something. Of course, then the egg would have overcooked. So we're figuring it out. I can tell you one thing. If they fall apart when she flips them, we're still going to eat them anyways. That's for sure. Mr. Robert just jumped on, said made it just in time for food. Welcome. We're having a breakfast for supper kind of night.
Yep.
I mean, they didn't seem to. Oh, look, it flipped perfect.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
It is what it is, babe. I don't know how we can get those to stick together.
Well, it does take a little while to cook and probably a little bit more bonding, like oil, keep together, but we don't have all night.
Yeah, we don't.
I know y'all are anxious to see this get done, so.
I'll tell you what, flip that one, I'll look away and we'll say it was perfect. So Dave asked, are we keeping the vertical porch beams over here exposed, wrapping them, painting them? I think I'm going to trim out the bottom to kind of give it some thickness and, detail, and probably paint the rest white. We'll discuss all that a little later. We're just not 100% sure right now. It's little details and things like that we'll catch after we're kind of moved into the house. And then we can always come back out and kind of finish with the final trim. So Stephen just jumped on from Texas. Said, love the show. Welcome. Thank you for getting on here. We're just answering your questions. Tiffany's doing a little cooking to kind of wrap the live stream up here.
Yeah.
And Jonathan says something that I have noticed. Prepare for food prices to increase because fertilizer is costing twice as much this year. Oop, I didn't see that. Yes, you're correct. I've actually been noticing that. Seeing a lot of farmers and other people talk about the fertilizer has just went insanely expensive. So, and it went up 20-30% last year alone. I don't know what's going on. Rogers Ignite. So I'm seeing here we pay 148 Canadian for Rogers Ignite TV. I don't know if we have that here in the US, to be perfectly honest with you. Cash says farm fresh meat's better. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. Buy another Blackstone, weld them together. I don't know if I'm going to do that either, Kevin. And Sharon says it'll be BLT time pretty soon now that I like tomatoes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to grow a few more this year. We haven't had a BLT in a while. That does sound pretty good. Yep. We even talked about it last night. A BLT does sound awesome. So Dan says if we add egg to the potatoes right now, they would probably stick and hold together.
Yeah, I'm about to add the egg. I just wanted to get it flipped over once, and then I'm going to add my egg and then all my other ingredients here.
So Papa A said, did you wring the water out of the shredded potatoes before?
I did.
Yep. So maybe she did do that. So I don't know. We'll find a way to make them stick together if we try this again. So Tyler says, hello and Happy New Year. Same to y'all. Yeah, we forgot to tell y'all that. We missed y'all last weekend for New Year, so Happy New Year. Yeah, Larry says when we get our animals, we get fertilizer for free. Well, in a sense, yeah, kind of. So Lisa jumped on, says hello. Thanks for getting on and chatting with us. And Dan says, where's Bullet tonight? He's just over there chilling in the chair. For some reason, he's not over here looking for crumbs tonight. But I guarantee as soon as we get done cooking, he'll be right over. So Okeechobee Gardner says a little bit of flour will hold it together. That might be something to try too next time.
Yeah, good idea.
And Dan asked, do we have cheese? Oh yeah, buddy. We got at least 1 pound of cheese over there. Cash says a tortilla won't fall apart. Man, you want a tortilla on everything, don't you? So Levi says we need some Kelley's Country Life oak tree stickers. We could get into that down the road.
I was thinking stickers, yes.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we really need to work on. So, Papa A was saying, good that you took the water off. If you add a little egg wash before cooking and put them on a screaming hot griddle, apparently that'll seal them up. All right, so some good suggestions and stuff to try down the road. Thank y'all very much. So, Mr. Robert, sorry, I'm way behind on comments. Thank you so much for a very generous donation there, Mr. Robert. Truly do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. So, Dave saying natural gas prices go. Y'all quit talking about all these increases. My goodness, can't afford to live no more. Everything is going up and up and up. So, Dan says, actually, next time you make in the raw potatoes, add mashed potato powder. Huh. Y'all got all kinds.
I've never heard of that.
Y'all got all kinds of ideas tonight. So Lisa asked, yep, I'm surprised this is the first time I'm getting this question. Where's the hats? I still have yet to work on the hats. Last month was crazy, y'all. So many get-togethers, weddings, all that stuff. Yeah. I haven't had time to focus. I really haven't.
I just got my laundry caught up.
Yeah, no kidding. So Shawbone says, are you planning on adding an electrical plug to the end of the peninsula? That would have actually been a really good idea and something I did not consider, think about, and I did not put a plug in the Lazy Susan corner cabinet to make that happen. I wish I had them. But we got enough on the wall. I guess we'll make it work. So Larry says he just paid $50 for a sheet of 3/4 plywood here in Vegas. Believe it or not, it was just down to $20 here. It went from $75 to $25 or $20. Now it's already on the way back up. I haven't priced 3/4 ply in the last few weeks, but we're still way under that. But like I said, I'm hearing that it's going to double or triple. And Family Farm Homestead says something very important. Everything else is going up, but wages are not. Seems like that is the case. And Natural Sleep Channel says, how did your wife like the color of the new cabinets? She likes them, don't get me wrong. They look rich, they look good. I think she does wish they were just a little lighter.
What, the cabinet?
Cabinet colors.
Yeah.
But we do.
That's okay. I think it'll tie together pretty good.
Yep, she was real worried about that, but a lot of people got to looking at our flooring and other things, said y'all were going to be perfectly fine. Just go with them.
I'm just so visual, it's hard for me to envision everything until it's all together, so.
Yep. So Alan brings up another very, very, very common question that I get. I mean, I bet I get it 10, 15 times a day. Have we thought about solar? And I'll be honest with you, I have not. What a lot of people don't realize here is we're very fortunate. All that we have to provide the power company is trench to the power pole, which is right over here. We have to put the conduit down. That was about $800. I did everything myself. And purchased the meter box, which is $75. They will pull the wire. They do all the hookup, everything for free. And our electricity rate here is very low. So it's just hard. It's really hard to justify solar. A system the size of what I need to run the house and some of the stuff I run out here in the shop is probably $20,000 to $30,000. And then I've got $800 in hooking up power. So you can see the cost difference. It would take me decades to actually get paid back. Oh, let's see here. So Levi says, forget crypto, invest in plywood. Isn't that the truth? Oh, my goodness. So Dan says, it's nice to see grass in the yard. I'm telling you what, December was so warm, my grass started greening back up. Things started budding out. And now the next 3 days, we probably are going to get frost, and it's going to kill it all off again. We play this game every year. All right, so what are you doing now?
I just decided to throw some egg on it.
All
I was
right.
going to do it a little bit differently, but I'm going to do it like this.
All right, well, there's some egg wash on it. We'll see. Well, it sure can't hurt. That definitely ought to hold it together.
Yeah, I just turned my heat up so that I could get the potatoes going, so now I got to turn it down so my egg doesn't burn.
All right. So Larry says, I could open up the wall behind where the Lazy Susan is and add the wire in there. I could. I could. Oh, that would kill me, though, to cut open my wall like that. Urgh. We'll see. I think we're going to be okay. So Karen says, Tiffany has made some really good choices for the interior of your home. Cabinets are beautiful. Yep.
Thank you.
She did a good job with paint and everything else. You got to really look ahead and envision that stuff to get it all tied together. Yeah, no kidding. Miss Sharon said if we all bought stock in the lumber companies, Andrew could build his house for free. That's exactly right. So Mr. Thomas, well, calling you Mr. I don't know how old you are, but Thomas jumped on and says, how are y'all? We're doing great. Thanks for chatting with us. We're kind of wrapping up our live stream right here, cooking like we normally do, making some loaded hash browns. Cash still saying tortillas. He's tortilla crazy. And Miss Claudia says a good cook isn't afraid to try a new recipe, especially when you're live.
Yeah.
It either turns out or it doesn't. Who knows? No, she is definitely not scared of trying something new. She does it all the time, and that's one thing I love. We both are big fans of food. Let's see here. Malin B says, are we running an under-sink RO? Is that what's an RO? I can't remember what that is. Is that one of them like processors or grinders? If that's the case, no, we are not running one of those. They're just not common down here. You don't hardly see nobody doing them. So Joseph asked, when's the plan to extend the house for more bedrooms, which will be back here is the plan. The plan will be whenever we find some money. Yeah, long story short, we just need some money. We are so over budget on this house. It'd be quite a while, in all honesty, unless the channel really blows up or something falls in our lap. So Mr. Robert just jumped on and said, sorry, forgot today was Sunday, missed the stream, we'll watch it later. No worries. That's why we leave them up. So Brent asked Blackstone, what's our cleaning process because the seasoning looks good. We are adamant on cleaning this every single time we get done cooking. It's critical. Well, let me watch her fold these up. So it's critical. Scrape, as soon as you get done eating, or cooking, do not go eat. Take that scraper that she has right there, scrape everything to the back grease trap, put a little oil on it, and this is while it's cooling down. Wipe the oil in with a heavy paper towel, you're done. If you do that every time and don't let this sit and don't let that dry out, no rust, no nothing. We've had this forever and it's doing really well. So what are you doing, cheese skirting it?
Yep.
All right, Chris, here's your favorite part. So I kind of missed it because I was talking, but now the hash browns have egg in them. They're stuffed with, what's that, smoked sausage?
Smoked sausage
And
and
now she's-
onion and bacon and
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bacon.
Yum,
Now
yum,
she's
yum.
putting down a healthy amount of cheese. I promise y'all we don't eat like this during the week. We just go crazy for the live stream. And she's gonna cheese skirt them, it looks like. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, they didn't look that pretty on the, presentation of it.
Oh
but
well,
now
I don't care
they'll
about the
eat
presentation. I just want it in my mouth. Yes, now we're talking. So, Family Farm Homestead said if they, with his luck, if he'd bought stock and lumber, the sawmill, they'd be giving lumber away. Well, I wish you would do that for us. I'd appreciate it. So Patrick says, I step away and come back. Yummy. Yes, these things are pretty much ready to go. Better get it on there. Don't burn that cheese. I think you got it.
Good job.
Well, there goes my drink. Oh well. I felt me as soon as I bumped it. Just knocked my Kool-Aid all on the floor. Oh well. That'll stain the concrete. The one time I mix up bright red Kool-Aid, the powdered drink mix, and I knock it all on my floor.
Goodness gracious.
Hey, there's y'all's live bloopers y'all
That's
been
why
wanting.
we will not be cooking in the house. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh well.
All right, so we're pretty much done. This cheese will melt really good, and it'll be so crispy.
They're going to flip it. It's burning.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
So that means hush up. So here we are. Cheese skirt loaded hash browns. Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. I'm sneezing.
And we'll finish letting that cook, and we'll send y'all a picture to it later.
Yep, we'll pull that off in just a minute. Watch y'all my mess. Oh goodness. All right, so if I can get this camera to turn around, I guess we're gonna wrap this thing up. I got to clean up the shop real quick. Get this mess up that I just made. So thank y'all so much for watching. I'm about to sneeze again. Sorry. I don't know if I just got pepper all in me or something here. So we'll send a picture here to the community tab as soon as we get these off in just a little bit. Thank y'all so much for watching.
Yes,
Happy
thank
New
y'all.
Year to everybody. We're so thankful to have you on our lives. We're super excited about 2022 and growing this channel. And I guess we'll catch y'all next week on another live stream. A lot, and I mean a lot of exciting videos coming this week, next week. Big projects going on. Y'all take care. Have a good night.
Good night.